Hello everybody! Welcome to your writer's warm-up from Jesse Stong and Playwright's Workshop, Montreal. Thank you for joining us. Hello everybody. Good to see you. Hello. I just want to start by saying really quickly that Playwrights Workshop Montreal is supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's a big thing happening around the world right now. I was almost not going to make the video today just because I wanted to not take up space, but I thought we have to keep moving forward. But I will share really quickly the Black Lives Matter resource roundup from Quebec Drama Federation. I hope you can hear me. Let me know. Oh, my kids are watching. Hi, Scotland. Hi, Nelson. How are you? I love you. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're educating yourself and learning about the world around you. I'm not going to say anything else or pretend this video is about what's going on with that stuff, but check out the Quebec Drama Federation's resources, and Playwrights Workshop Montreal fully supports these organizations, this organizing that is happening around the world. It's an exciting time. Hi, Megan. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Patricia. Hello, Anna. Hi, everybody. So today's episode is called Help, I Hate My Writing, and it's a motivational episode this week. I want to talk to you. I'm going to give you 3 tips that I give to a lot of the young writers I work with. All writers that I work with get this moment where they hate their play, they hate their writing. And so I'm going to give you guys 3 tips that I give them, 3 things to keep in mind when you get to that point, that natural point in the process where you feel like you're not talented and you feel like it's not good anymore and you feel like you want to stop, or you forget, why did I come here to begin with, right? And then I'm going to do a little activity with you at the end. That's kind of like it's a self-care day today. We're going to stop pushing forward. Are you having technical problems, Jesse? Uh-oh, I hope not. Is everything working okay? Okay, so this is just to help you get motivated when you're feeling stuck. And then we're going to do a little writing activity at the end, a 2-minute thing that's going to help you have a mantra for your piece that you're working on. So start thinking about what's blocking you. Start thinking about what's stressing you. I said in the first episode how writer's block is a lot like life's block. We're either trying to push forward even though we're stuck, and thinking more about finishing it than doing it 1 page at a time, or we're spending too much time looking at a blank page, not diving in, not getting messy, not experimenting. So here's some tips, and then we're going to do a writing activity. And start just writing down, if you have a note or a paper, get your book that you love in front of you. And maybe start taking some notes of things that are really landing for you, because maybe you don't have all these issues, but I want you to just write in point form, oh yeah, that's part of what I feel, that's part of what I think. It's going to help with the activity at the end. So the first thing is process, not product. Process. Oh, we should do the fly cam too. Fly's really cute today. He's on my yoga mat. What a cutie. He's all tired from his yoga. Oh, Rose is here too. My whole family's here. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. Casper is here too. You woke up early for it. Very nice. Process, not product. You're not writing a piece. You're not writing one thing. You're contributing to yourself as an artist. You're an artist, and it takes process. It takes time. It takes work. It takes discipline. It takes activity. That's why it's called a writing discipline, a practice, activity. So the first thing is to always be reminding yourself that this is not about what I'm working on today. It's about this longer marathon that I'm running. And so maybe today's not landing. Maybe the writing's not working. Well, it's about the process, not the product. If you're getting up every day, if you're putting your energy into it, you're learning something, you're growing, you're sharing, you're part of the process, you're doing your job as an artist first, writer second, right? The writer is kind of like the stuff that comes out of the artistic life. So that's the first thing I want you to really think about is process, not product. I'm not here today to write something good. I'm here to keep working on my process. It's very important to tell yourself that. It keeps you motivated. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you think my whole process sucks and I suck and everything's crap, right? This is something that someone told me. I can't even remember where I heard it. I wish I knew the reference. But this is tip 2, and you're going to I love this one. I don't know, maybe you won't. But I read somewhere, one of the hardest things about being an artist is you're creative generally. You have a more intuition. That's why you've become an artist. Maybe you're more emotional, or you're more observant. You're aware of the world around you. You're very sensitive. It's a hard time for artists right now because there's so much struggle in the world, and a lot of artists are very open souls. They feel it very deeply, right? But something someone told me once is that the hardest thing about being a writer is that your taste is often out measuring your talent. You're so engaged in art. You're such a good, I'm saying good, I'm being very positive. You're such a good consumer of art. You're such a good engager of art that often the way you see art is a million times further along than your actual process, where you're actually at, especially if you're younger and you're new. So one of the hardest things about art is your pieces, almost the minute you're done them, you're disappointed in them. Almost the minute you read something 3 years ago, that's amazing. When you read something from 3 years ago, you're like devastated at how crappy it is. Sometimes there's the occasional gem where you're like, wow, that'll stand the hands of time. But generally, it's a good thing that you hate your own work, because your taste level is further than your talent has developed, which is going to keep pushing you forward. You see visions that are bigger than what you're capable of. Maybe you see things that are bigger than what other people are capable of, bigger than where art has risen yet, right? It's very important that the artists always are reaching forward, moving forward, and that requires having a vision of what's next. And it's very frustrating when you can see what's next and you have to take all those little steps to get there. And sometimes it takes 3 stories to get to that next story. And sometimes when you get to that story, you hate it and you want to move on to the next one. That's okay. So really tell yourself that maybe I need to not be so hard on myself. And maybe I need to not be so hard on other artists too, because making art is really hard. And it's a lot easier to be an audience than it's hard to be a good audience, a witness who supports the work, but it's a lot easier to be an audience than it is to be an artist generally. And it's a lot easier to see the gaps in things and the issues than it is to build those things up and make those things happen. So that's the tip number 2. I want you to really remember, my taste is higher than my talent. I've outgrown my own talent in what I can see, what I can vision. And that's always going to keep pushing you. That's a good thing. And it's what's always going to make you hate your own work at some point, because it's just not up to standard. Well, the standard, it's why it's about the process. The process is reaching towards an ever-changing standard, an ever-expanding standard. And it's devastating that people are going to say, that's the best thing I've ever seen, maybe. Or people are going to say, I loved it, oh my gosh. And you'll be sitting there feeling very little sometimes, or you've kind of outpaced yourself already, right? That's all I'm going to say about that. Your taste is better than your talent, and that's a good thing. And this is the third thing to tell you when you get to the I hate my work phase. I hope this is helpful. No one's talking in the comments. Maybe you all tuned out already. We're going to get to the writing thing in 1 minute, but I just hope that... Oh, and one more thing too. Did you subscribe to this channel yet? Because I'm noticing some people who haven't scrolled down and just click that little subscribe. It helps me out. It helps our numbers. So please like, subscribe, share. And then the last tip I'm going to give you is, you have to figure out what about this story, what about this piece is bigger than you. It's what makes it overwhelming sometimes. It's what makes it hard to write, because you realize this is bigger than me. Megan says she's absorbing and writing it all down. That's good. But it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you think, oh my gosh, I'm writing about the Black Lives Matter movement. This is bigger than me. This is outside of my wheelhouse. And if that's true, maybe it is. And maybe you should stop and do more research, right? But the other thing is, by connecting to a bigger movement, by connecting to what you're trying to do on a bigger level, it gets you out of this, am I good? Am I right? Is this a good piece? And it connects you to the cause. It connects you to the bigger picture of what you're trying to do. Your piece doesn't have to be political overtly. It doesn't have to be about what's going on in the streets right now. It doesn't have to be about what's going on with politics right now or quarantines, right? Some people would rather just write a kitchen sink drama, a couple, whatever. A couple, I don't know what I'm saying. Talking too fast. I want to get to the activity. Some people just want to write a simple basic play that's not political, but the truth is, maybe you're exploring love, relationships, family. Maybe you're exploring a type of writing or style that's bigger than what this one piece. Maybe you're exploring clown or puppets or something silly that's actually very deeply rooted in something. The whole point is, you have to stop and think, what's the bigger picture? Am I exploring? What am I pushing forward? What am I joining? What movement am I joining? Every type of theater is a movement, an energy that you're joining. Every topic is a movement, a theme that you're joining. So it's good to stop and think, okay, this piece maybe isn't good. Or this piece maybe isn't going to be a final piece. Maybe it's just an experiment in trying to push a movement forward and try to get out of it being you sitting alone writing this thing for you, and it's all ego and it's all me, and start making it more about the bigger picture. What am I supporting? What am I building up? What am I growing? Let's do a writing activity. This is about you helping you find a mantra. We're going to have you leave with a mantra today, and hopefully you'll share your mantra in the comments. But yeah, process, not product. Your taste is bigger than your talent, better than your talent, and it's good, even though it makes it frustrating. And think about, what about this project is bigger than you, right? So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you every 30 seconds, I'm going to say a prompt, and I want you to just free write in first person. I want you to write faster than you can think. You don't need complete sentences. You can write in point form. You can stop mid-sentence, start a new sentence. No editing, no scratching your head, no looking at the sky. Keep writing. Even if you write things that contradict each other, who cares? You're going to realize at the end what you were trying to say. So the first thing you're going to write for 30 seconds, get your pencils ready, write as fast as you can, surprise yourself. Patricia says it's great to have a collaborator because you're not... Oh, that's another good tip, actually. Yeah, put your tips in the comments, too. It's good to have a collaborator because then it's not just you on the hook. I kind of have issues working with collaborators sometimes because I'm kind of too all over the place. But we're going to get writing. 2 minutes. Are you ready? Oh, my gosh. I talked so much already. The first thing I want you to write about is... And anything you can remember. If you can't remember anything, make it up. Just keep that pen moving. It's not a story, it's just a data dump. 30 seconds, I want you to write about what you can remember about some of your first sparks as a writer, your first sparks in this play, the first thing that got you inspired to start doing what you're doing right now, whether it's this play or this whole writer journey. So what were some first sparks? Early inspiration, 30 seconds, go. Early memories, there's no wrong answer. What started you on this artistic journey? 30 seconds, write fast. Any memories from the start? 15 more seconds. We're getting into the coach voice. What was my first spark, my first inspiration? 5 seconds. Just keep rolling. I want you to think about a compliment somebody has given your art or something nice that somebody has said about you as a person, as an artist. If nobody's ever said anything nice, then write for 30 seconds what you wish people would say, or do both. Compliments about your work, comments about your work that were meaningful. 30 seconds, go. Just be messy, not sentences. Ten more seconds. Any compliments? Even one word? 2, 1. Okay, I want you to talk about what do you think in the last while of this process in working on this piece, maybe the last few years, maybe the last few days, what's something you can mark as a clear improvement? What has improved for you, for your product, for your process, for your mental health, anything that you can mark as something that you feel like has improved over the last while of your artistic journey? 30 seconds. What's gotten better? Can't think of anything, right? What potentially could be getting better? Try to go there. 30 seconds. Improvements. Maybe you're more disciplined. Maybe you're more forgiving. 15 seconds. Maybe you found more voice or explored dialogues. Maybe you found more monologues. You've written characters that are outside your realm. Okay, for 30 seconds, I want you to write about what's your future vision of this piece, of your artistic journey. Don't get negative with yourself. This is you being a coach for yourself. So don't be like, I'm going to die alone of the plague. Or, oh, bad timing for that. What do you think is going to be the... What's gotten better? What's the future vision? Where do you see it going? What's the best possible scenario for you as an artist, as a person, for this piece? Ready, set, go. 30 seconds. Where's it all going? You gonna get an Oscar, a Tony? How are you gonna know you succeeded? Maybe you'll get a cat like Fly. 10 seconds. Big, dream big, go big. So I want you to try to do this when you feel stuck. Take 2 minutes to vision some of the past, why did I start this? What are some things people have said to me that motivate me that I should be hanging up on my wall? What are some things that I can recognize there's been measurable steps towards, some action, some change? Maybe I'm not taking account of all the work I'm doing. And what's the future vision, right? I want you to think about one sentence that's going to keep you motivated in this piece. And it should be an emotional sentence. It should be kind of addressing what's the bigger picture here. Why am I doing this? For myself, for others, for this piece. And I want you to put it at the top of your notepad or over your desk. I want you to really write a mantra just for this piece that you're working on, and try to take a little bit of time to reflect and write one mantra for every piece you're working on, so that when you don't have to go through this whole process. It's like when you feel that block, you can look up and see something that says like, this is for the children, or like, I'm doing this to get that story heard, right? Or that voice needs to be heard. Try to make it a statement, not a question. I said I was going to let you write it in the comments, but I ran out of time. I talked too much. But maybe when this video goes up, you could share it and write your statement in the comments so that it can motivate other people. What we've learned anything about history right now, or culture right now, is that when people get together and motivate each other, it gets us all motivated. It's how change happens. So take a few seconds. Thank you for coming today. I'm going to be doing something on, what day is it? Friday? On Monday, I'm going to be doing something about some tips for getting grants, how to get some dollars for your money. I'm a grant writing. I love writing grants, and I'm going to help you out. I got one from Tyson. Progress rather than perfection. Progress rather than perfection. I love that. That's a great motivator. Tyson is also on their way to be a huge star. Tyson Knight. Remember that name. So I'll be back on Monday. I'll see you all then. Please comment on the video. Let me know what you thought. Share, like. The comments can be a great place to get some feedback. I check them once a week. Thank you all for coming, and have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Oh, support Black Lives Matter. And go check out those resources. It's very important. You need to know, you need to read, you need to learn. Thank you all very much. I'll talk to you soon. See you soon. Bye.